I'm gonna wait about, I don't know, a couple of seconds so my notification can start going out to everybody or maybe people across the world. But this morning, this message right here is truly important. So on the description it says, I agree. Now, um, all right, I'm gonna get into the first one and then I get into the second message. So the second message is the strength of the people, or the people are rising up. So what's going on right now? Only what how I can detail it is I was watching the news yesterday, and they were talking about the guy who killed the CEO, and how he have a lot of people who are supporting him. And you have different agencies that are saying people shouldn't resort to violence, which I'm not here to promote violence, but I just want to take that and put it into a different, deeper content. I think that the biggest lesson um, that whoever, or the world, or maybe us as individuals, or I don't know, but um, Donald Trump has been elected 2 times within the White House. The first time, the people had an idea, and this is what's going around. At first, it was an idea that we can be able to change something or identify with something. We as a people want something. Um, and what happened was, we already seen the power of unity when George Floyd died. When George Floyd died, it was a different spirit that went across the world, that had people from different nations, countries, small islands, and so on, that came together for a change. Now, what's taking place is that I feel like within the atmosphere, within the air, we as the people, we want something a little bit different. We want something a little bit better. And I always like to say, and this is why my lives had got monetized, and how I don't really have, stop Osiris, that many high views, is because I was speaking something that was resonating. And when you have the masses, meaning everybody, that could come together for change, that can debunk something that's being put out on our television. See, television is telling a dream. The easy way for people to program us is to, most importantly, put it up on our screens, put it up on the television, put it up on Twitter, Instagram, and so on, to television, to try to program you. But when you have um people who are breaking the matrix or the system, then you have people who are sending out that message to penetrate that. They get monetized. They try to say that you're crazy, and then they start to bring up the three deaths. I always like to say the three deaths is um, assassinating somebody's character, putting them in jail, and then because of the last two deaths don't work, then they would try to put you in the box. It's all about when people can see the impact that you have had. And when I seen the news yesterday, and I seen when Mayor Adams was saying that, okay, we understand people want change, but you don't have to be violent. Is it actually the truth? And this is what I love about the American people. The American people have proven again, most importantly, by electing Donald Trump back into office, letting the world know that we want just a little bit more. We want something different. Now, what I don't like, hi Twitter, hi Elon Musk, because sometimes I'll be putting, well, majority of the times, I be putting my stuff on Twitter. Now, I always like to say to Donald Trump, because I be talking to Donald Trump, they be listening to me. But you have to understand, Elon Musk, yes, he's great when he's doing a lot of different things, but when it's coming to functional stuff within the government, and this is why the people in Washington D.C. they should only get mad at themselves because they did that to themselves, because of maybe the old system. Sometimes you can't keep going on the old system when you're entering different centuries. You have to be able to reprogram the system, the structure, a little bit different. But Elon Musk, you are wilding. Coming to a lot of policies and procedures and different things the way that the government should be. I just want Donald Trump to be very conscious about when he's putting people in these positions, or when people are giving out different ideas. Now he said that he should just let the government just shut down until Donald Trump get there. You can't really say that, because on a flip part, you have, even though we don't like certain things that's going on throughout the government, if we was to have a government shutdown, there's so many different things that within the agency, within certain things that maybe people who are dependent on the government needs. You just can't do that. And if he's so blatantly open to say something like that over pride, or to play with, I mean, just things that we need as a people, then I think that Donald Trump needs to be able to um, move his pieces around the board a little bit, because we don't need people that's going to be so prideful. And it's like a 2020, it's like a bluff. Sometimes you can't necessarily bluff all the time. You have to know when it's right and a right time to be able to say, okay, well, let's bluff it out. Let me see if this well, how do you say it? Let's see if this diversion, or this last, I don't know, the last drive of the play is going to work. And that's not nice. And the Democratic Party, they should take the blame, and they should be accountable for a lot of different things on why the presidential Democratic race ended up the way that it ended up. We're living in a time where people just want to hear the truth. You don't always have to assassinate somebody's character, because I feel like the way that you assassinate somebody's character, it speaks value, and it speaks the way you actually truly feel. Sometimes you can just let an individual destroy themselves, and that's the main objective. But I put on the live, because I don't want to go too much about it, but I put on the live, I agree. Now now you heard what I said. When you have people, you have places that can affect the masses. For some weird reason, I was channeling, and I'm getting to a point where somebody had a conversation about the interaction that people are having, they're taking place. I think people have said, because of who you are. I always like to say, right now in this time and era, especially when you are dealing with a relationship, I'm talking about a relationship, an engagement, and a marriage. You know what I mean? Those are the three steps. I would like to say the three trinities, right? Those three steps play an important role to see if you are capable enough. I always like to say, when people are getting married, or maybe a lot of people who don't want to be married and they're going to be together for a very long time, you two are here. Y'all are sent to be able to fight the world, right? You are sent here to fight different situations. Now, when you have two individuals that have their own power in their own lane, you have to understand that you will have people, and that you will have forces that understand that you two are powerful together. Now, I posted something on my Instagram, and I really like that song. I really like that song, On a Run, with Jay-Z and Beyonce. And somebody said the most ignorant comment underneath there, and I don't think, and see, when they said it, I don't think that they even understood what they said, because what I said in the caption was I put Mr. and Mrs. And this is where I got another confirmation that um, somebody wants to marry you because of what I'm about to say. So I think it was kind of like confirmation that somebody else was saying, or I don't know, I just pick it up, but I have a feeling that um, somebody was saying something, and by certain things that I might say or trigger, I like to trigger things in people, you know what I mean? I like to awaken somebody. So I hope that when I share that on my Instagram, it triggered somebody. But when you have people who know that no, let me get back. So the lady said that she should divorce him. Now it comes to you have to realize, right, even though some people might be famous, like, okay, I'm gonna give you the perfect example. Carly B and Offset. Carly B and Offset, right? I feel like, and I hate to be touching on people's lives, but hopefully they understand this. And maybe I don't know what's going to take for them two to get back together, but I always like to use this. um Carly B, even though they be downplaying her and they don't really give her the respect or whatever, has her own power in her own lane, right? Offset, dummy, he has his own power in his own lane, right? See, what happened was because of, I guess, sometimes, well, the men and the women. The men sometimes they be so fast, and I think this will happen to Jay Z in the beginning, but I think he got it at the end, and I'll go back to that. They be so fast within just in the industry or being famous, and being able to sleep with whoever they want to sleep with, and all of this other stuff and dynamics that come with stuff that's within the industry. That's why you have a lot of women who will say sometimes, I'm not going to mess with nobody within the industry, because they know what comes with it. The dumbest shit, and I hate the curse, but the dumbest shit I heard this girl say, because she was on the Impact of Atlanta. She was like, I'm not going to say her name because I want to at least protect her, but y'all should know maybe who I'm talking about. She was like, he's in the industry, so a man is going to do what a man is going to do. So if you're coming into that aspect, when a man is going to do, he's going to do. So basically, you're giving him the okay, where okay, you can just do whatever and whatever because you're in the industry. Because, but I believe that it should come to a time and a place. Like, Ice Cube, he been with his wife for forever. Now I don't know, but listen, even if he did cheat it, see, that's the difference between these dummies. And it's like you're famous, so it's like everybody is always watching you. It's always like paparazzi. It's certain stuff that you do, but it's still a way that maybe you can kind of like cover it up. He was married to his wife, but you never really heard anything about that man doing anything to his wife, because he understands his assignment. And I believe that when Carly B and Offset, when they both got together, that's what I said. When you're dealing with individuals, you have to understand the time and emotion that you're coming into their lives. Are you coming into their lives when they're a little bit faster, they're running around, they don't really understand their fame, they know they fame, they understand, you have to understand that. And I think that when it came to them two, she was just in the height of fame, but she still knew what she wanted, whatever. But when you're dealing with a guy who's, you know with him and Amigos, and him and his other, I can't, they're not other, but with him and the family, because that's a family, even though, the stuff that has been happening, things that not being said, and maybe things that can't be, mended. But, that's what I love about God. Everything happens for a reason. And when you're dealing with people and their ego and their pride, especially a man, oh my God, it's terrible. Only God and a good woman gonna have this. tackle that situation, I guess. Maybe got to put some of that her love on it. I don't know. But he was in a space where he wanted to settle down, but he really didn't want to settle down because of the power that he had. That's how I feel about certain men who are in the entertainment. And if they would have understood Carly B and Offset, the real true power that they had, and how because they can affect and they could change certain things, then they would have knew that they're more powerful together than apart. They can do so much together than apart. They can impact, they can change so much stuff together and then apart. So because of the riffing and running up, because of whatever that might happen in couples relationships and this that and the third, and then you have the influence of others. And that's why they always say, as a woman, for us, that it's not always good to tell our mother stuff, to tell our sister stuff, because they will start planting batteries and seeds. Even though sometimes we can use the good advice dealing with a partner, but sometimes it's good not to tell our mother certain things, or to even tell our girlfriend certain things about what's going on, because I feel like we should have a sane mind. Because sometimes, even though you will have certain people who say that, oh yeah, I love y'all two together, I love this, I love this, 9 out of 10 you necessarily don't really know how they truly feel. You'll have a lot of people, even though they're saying that they love you, they love this, they love that, you'll have people who are secretly, they don't want you together. I don't care what you do, how you do, and that's what the hate comes along. But when I seen a comment that the lady said about Jay-Z and Beyonce, I have to applaud her, because she understands that assignment, and I understand that assignment, especially because I come from a household and I come from a world where the women that are in my family have been married to their husbands for a very long time. And when you have women, right, that have family members, mothers, aunts, cousins who have been married to their spouse. I mean, I'm talking about old ancient love. I'm talking about the love that this new generation and people don't know. You know what I mean? People who have been married for over 30 something years. I'm talking about that love. Now, when you have been with somebody for over 35 years, not every relationship is perfect. Not everybody is going to be faithful. It's going to be problems, and it's going to be things that's going on, and I have to applaud her, because, and and that's what I'm saying about the culture. Like, I'm gonna be honest, P Diddy, his situation is totally different. Only why it's totally different, but his stuff go into different ramifications. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a little something weird and tricky and off about that. And I don't like getting into that, because then people don't like what I'm saying. So let me go back to Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm the guru. I'm the queen of the streets. I believe, I stamp, and I approve, and I back situations that a lot of people, they don't have the strength to back. They're cowards. They're not going to stand up. They're not going to say, nah, just not that one. And I had to say that underneath my post on Instagram, because I'm like, nah, not Jay-Z and Beyonce. And that's why I specifically told Beyonce when she got up. No, because I did a whole live about when Kamala Harris and all of them. I'm just saying, because it just goes a little bit deeper. It goes a little bit deeper. But I said that from the beginning. When you have the influence and the power to shift and change something, this woman she has more power, get down, than everybody. I don't care, and I don't mean to say anything about, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, she holds her own rank in her own zone. But when you have a woman that can penetrate, and she can do all of this, and then you have a man, a black man, who came from the projects, came from a crazy situation, made himself as a billionaire, and they could change something, and they can do this and they can do that. It's like they became bigger than the system. I just said this yesterday. And when you become bigger than the system and you can change something, you can sway something, and it's always like that when people feel like you're not going to depend on them, or because you have your own money, you can do your own stuff. That's what real true power is. That's real true financial power. But then it also comes where it's just a little bit more, so she understand that. So when a lady said, oh, she should divorce him, like, yo, this is not over fame. And you have to understand that if you are an entertainer, if you are somebody that's in that lifestyle, like I didn't get married and all of that other stuff. I think maybe it could come that a little bit, but when you understand that it's just a little bit bigger than my fame and all of that other stuff, like I really love him. Like, it's more than what the world is. It's more than pictures, us selling records and this, that, and the third. And then what I respect about her, and this is why I'm so mad at Kim Kardashian, because Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, them niggas was never supposed to divorce. See, that's another marriage that I think that the whoever destroyed. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, yo, they were more powerful together than apart. So I feel like when you don't understand that, then it's different. But only why I'm saying that about Kim Kardashian, and because Kim Kardashian and Beyonce, they're not on the same level, but I'm talking about kids. Like, I don't understand that. You gave somebody 4 kids, regardless of what. I'm just saying. And you was married, and then you feel like nah, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just going to, you know what I mean. I'm just saying on that aspect, I'm just gonna divorce you. Nah. So that's why I respect Beyonce and Jay-Z, because I feel like it's not about the fame. It's not about that. I feel like she really love you, and when you really love somebody, it's like it's beyond more than money than fame. And it should be like that, especially if you're an industry person dealing with somebody like that. It's a little bit beyond that, because at the end of the day, I feel like if people honestly love people the way that they love, then yo, we could lose all this today and tomorrow. Like, I'm just saying, and people don't understand that I'm still gonna love you. I'm still gonna be here for you. Like, I don't care. That's why you have some real women out there, when people get locked up and their husband, they do life, and even though he's telling them like, nah, just go ahead and live your life, you will have a lot of different silent women who, she don't care what the situation may be. She's just gonna make sure everything is cool. And I think that's what it is. So, I'm totally against that one. Like, cancel them, cancel culture. They bring something other to the table. The industry is real crazy, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so I just have a message, like, a lot of people are understanding it, a lot of people are getting it, and a lot of people are understanding that it's just something about 2 individuals that are more powerful together than apart. And necessarily, it don't have to mean the money thing. It's not always about the money thing. It's about just peace and balance, and being able to know when when I say I do, it just hits a little bit harder. It's not for a status quo. It's not for nothing, but it's just, like I said yesterday, it's just always having somebody that you can fight the world against. It's about having peace and balance. It's about knowing that, okay, and that's what makes it so bad about guys sometimes, because it really hurts. It really do hurts when when I'm the only person that loves you more than anything, anything than any other woman is going to love you and be there for you, and through sickness and health. If you're sick, you're hurt, or whatever, I don't know. You heard what she said on a run. Like, I'll go on a run with you. I would do this, that, and then you will do certain things to me. You will embarrass me. You will put me last, even though I know that you love me. I know that you feel a way towards me. I know that Nobody will ever make you feel like that. But it's like a ticking time bomb, and that's what's so weird about love. And they always say love shouldn't hurt, but 9 out of 10 it do sometimes. It really, really do, and it's nothing that you can do about it. It's just how hardened is your heart. I mean, you know, how that's the only thing. It's like the mystery. It's like the unknown. And a lot of women don't have the strength to that. A lot of women, they can't stay down. And what I mean by staying down with is like, because 9 out of 10, you would have a dude who really loves you. Like, I know for a fact, I know that somebody loves me. I know for a fact. I don't have to second guess it. I don't have to second doubt it. But I know he loves me. Now, do I like the different ways and the different scenarios and things that take place? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? But it's weird. It's really weird. But you will have a lot of different women who are different. That's why you will have some that be like, oh well, he's this, he's that, this, that, and the third. But you know, and it's weird, and it can be a little sickening sometimes. But I'm just saying, like, okay, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I know he loves me. It's nothing that you can tell me to that you can't convince me otherwise. I know he loves me. I know he might showing in a different way, or this, that, and the third. But I know he loves me, and I know, and I think that's what should scare men sometimes too, to wake up, because it's nothing like knowing that the person that actually care and loves you are at the pinnacle, are saying that they're actually done. Like, that shit will hurt so bad. That shit will hurt so bad. So I only say, just be careful of the level of how much you're disrespecting. Because I'm not going to front. You do have men who have sex addictions. You do. I mean, that could be sickening. It can be. It can be. It can be very sickening. It can be. But I believe in the element of one person. I believe in the element of, it's just something about something or someone, that baby girl or whatever. I don't know. I believe in an effect. I believe in a dynamic. I believe in that it's something or someone can do. It's always something that someone can do that somebody else don't have the access and the privilege to do. At the end of the day, it's all going to work out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But you can't be playing with time. You can't be playing with how many chances that a person can get. And then I'm just saying, like, when you say I do, and be careful of people trapping you. I don't know where I heard that. Because the same way us women can trap guys by having babies, guys be doing that too. They be lying, they be lying, they be lying, they be lying. But I believe guys trap women too with babies. You know what I mean? You just got to be careful that you don't get trapped by just a scumbag who he just really don't have anything. And then he just going around just doing all of that. But I don't know where I heard that too. You have somebody who will also trap you with the baby to have you, but also I feel like they would trap you too, dealing with the ramification, because some women hold marriage sacred. They do. They really, really do. So somebody agrees with you. Somebody have been evaluating the situation. Somebody already knows. It's, and that's what's so beautiful. That's what's so beautiful about love. I don't care when you imprint. You know when I keep saying about imprint. It's like an animal out in the forest. When an animal or a mate, like a guy or women, when they find their mate in the forest and they imprint, that means that is a person that they have already agreed with and already have been orchestrated, even though we hate to say it, that this is the person that they're going to be with for the rest of their life. And then, it's like, I don't care. I don't care. Listen, I don't care what people do or what people say or however it's going. You will always just have somebody who have imprinted and is going to love you a little bit more than anybody else, and they're never going nowhere. I don't care what happens, they're never going nowhere. They're never going nowhere. They will always have a place, they will always have a home. And but I say to those who, unions and stuff have been broken, they will always be friends, even if it come down to the last point where they're not going to be married, they're not going to be married no more, but they will have a very great friend dynamic. Like my grandmother, after she divorced her first husband, they were real good friends. But my grandmother, she had like five kids by the same man. They were married for over like 20 something 30 years. But my grandfather, he was a very different, weird man. Like my grandfather, he got, he was in the military for a very long time. He was a very good provider, but he was a cheater. He cheated. He cheated. He cheated. He was a drunk. So, my mom and them, they really don't tell that many stories, but they tell a little bit how they used to get, like, tore up. And, my grandfather, he did a lot to my grandmother. And, she got to the point where she couldn't take it. But what I respected the most about my grandfather is that the house that he built, he wasn't a petty man. He wasn't like a man that when they cheat and then when they go get a divorce, oh, you can't have the house, you can't have money, you can't have that. Nah, because they was married for so long and they got a divorce. Like my grandfather gave my grandmother, his house. You know what I mean? I think he was a bad man, jam, and and even though there was divorce, he was still paying the mortgage. He was still doing things. I don't know. My grandmama was still messing with him, but um, he still had keys to the house. Now, ain't that about something? I just noticed that. What? My grandfather was a pimp. He was a pimp. He was the best nigga that ever did it. The best nigga. They was married for over 30-something years. My grandma divorced him. He gave her the house. Still was paying mortgage bills. I shouldn't say that. My grandma remarried, was with him for the next 20-something years, almost going to 30 years. Oh, wow. And my grandfather still had the keys to the house. What? He still used to come in the house like it was his house. It was his house. And my new grandfather, he couldn't stand my grandma. That's a bad man. I just spit my water out. Yo, I heard somebody said it. And that's exactly how I'm going to have it. You think you getting away from me. What? You son of a gun. These men out here are different. So this morning, I done made my infused water. It's not good like how it was. I got to put some more cranberries, but I made some infused water with some water and cranberries, and then I'm drinking my special stuff. I'm not telling nobody about that, because I need to taste good. You heard? Wait. A lot of women don't know and men, you are what you know. You taste like what you eat. So a lot of women don't know if you eat all that pork, you eat all that other stuff, that's how you taste. Even you too, guys. That's how you taste. So so I'm here, I'm drinking my infused water, I'm drinking my stuff. But yeah, I definitely agree. I agree. Somebody done told somebody, I'm gonna marry her. And somebody done gave somebody else the other hint, like, yup. Because you have done something, somebody's seen something, it's just something about you. And I think that it's not that it's scary that every time somebody is saying something or something is happening, you're getting confirmation. No. It's scary. I think that God is making you see a little bit more, like, dummy. I keep giving you these confirmations. Listen, I'm not in the season of giving my mate to nobody. I'm seeing all these confirmations, and I'm seeing certain things. You're mine. You're mine forever. And I was gonna say this, but I don't think I was. I was gonna say, okay, well, you want to keep playing because that's how some woman is. I'm just gonna make you come get me. I'm just gonna make you come home. I'm just gonna make you. And somebody, well, buddy, what do you want to do? But I think, moral of the story, I think everything has been said, everything has been done. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm not coming on tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy myself today. I need to run around. I need to do some stuff for me. Go get, a little pampered and all that other stuff for myself. But I just wanted to tell you guys that message. Yep. The people in the world, we are seeing things. The world is changing right before our eyes. And you have people who are not with all of this unnecessary bullshit. You have people who want something different. And you have people out there who understand that the chemistry and what they have is something that's so unmatched. And somebody has been saying that they want to marry you. And because of who you are or whatever, but somebody said, yo, I can marry her, and somebody then gave the other person the answer to the pie, and they said, I agree. I feel the same way about you too, buddy. I love you too. I want to marry you too. It's so funny because when I was in the back getting dressed, I was smiling. I was like, I'm just so peaceful. I'm just so in a great space, and I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about 2025 because something's going to happen so unique, and it's going to be so beautiful, and I'm so nervous. Listen, it's nothing like, I always say that somebody gonna pinpoint you or push you up in the corner. And somebody, you ain't gonna have no choice. You know how when you play a tag and you be like, and they be like running after you, they're right there like, nah, come here, I get you. I have a weird feeling that somebody's going to team tag somebody like, where you think you're going? 2025 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year, and I'm so nervous, but I'm here for it. Because I told you I'm walking in my truth, my power, and I'm standing on business. There's a lot of people, feelings and stuff going to get hurt 2025, but I'm not going, not a second, not a moment, not another year, and not another New Year's like this. I told people, coming up in 2025, holidays, Christmas, trips, things are going to be being so different and so beautiful. And a lot of people are going to shift and change. And a lot of people are going to be, they're going to be so shocked, like, oh my God. And that's what's so beautiful when people are doing things secretly and behind the scenes. I always say that if you're working on something, if you're doing something, you have to, for a period of time, do it secretly behind the scenes and give like little hints and little, I'm just saying. And before you can actually do like the grand prize, like da-da-da. But it's gonna be beautiful. Let me go. You guys have a blessed Friday. And thank God that we are all fabulous. Thank God that we are all fine. Beyonce and Jay-Z, I like you. I rock with you. The queen rock with you. I like it. I understand it. When you dig it and you understand what's going on, baby, then I understand. But I just think we as a people, as culture, we should be able to stand up and say something and make a stand, like, you know what I mean? And I know people like, well, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to say it again. Dealing in different things and different avenues, people should already know what it is and what's going on. But I just feel like it's just a little something, because I'm always good off of my feelings and emotions, and it's just something that's a little bit funny about this whole thing with Jay-Z and him, though. It is. I got a real funny thing, and I think that when people are playing with people's livelihoods, when people are playing with the way that people can impact the masses and all of that, then I don't think that when it comes to whistleblowers or being so secretive like that, because I feel like if you had the strength and the courage to make these accusations. And I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. Then I believe that you should be able to be bold enough to say to show your face, to say this, that, and the third, and do that. We don't got time for people to be messing up people's lives and all that other stuff. And I'm not with all of that. I'm not with all of that. If you understand, you understand. People shouldn't be. I'm gonna say it like this. It ain't got nothing to do with Jay-Z and Beyonce. People are making deals with the devil. I'm telling you. People are making deals with the devil, but they're not making deals with the right devil. So this is why they come across and they get a whole bunch of different things. But when you are making these deals with different things, right? Or you have agreed to different contracts and different protocols and something like that, then then that's what it is. I like to be honest. I always like to be honest on my channel. So you can't be like that. And that's why I always say, and y'all always like, what's wrong with Angel? No, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with me. That's why I'm just dealing with a lot of different organizations, dealing with a lot of different things. That's why a lot of different secret societies or different things that are going. That's why some of them understand it. You just cannot let everybody in. That's why I always like to say, like on my channel, like I'm different. I'm different. I'm not gatekeeping. You have a lot of people who are gatekeeping, and it's retarded. And I'm not going to say what I want to say because I want them to keep gatekeeping. Keep gatekeeping. Keep gatekeeping because it's only hurting you. But for some of the gatekeepers who understand, they understand. And those are the people who I respect. Because it's a new time, it's a new era full of different people who have to go through the gate. Now, while these people are going through the gate, you just got to be a little bit more particular about the people who are going in the gate. I'm a firm believer. Not everybody is allowed to go through the gates. They're not. They're not. They're not. And I'm just being honest and I'm just being real. But you still have some people like myself that I'm kicking the gates in. I'm kicking the front door. I'm kicking the back door in because it's just something a little bit other and it's just something different. And not everybody have the power to be able to get over that gate. But for some people who do, you understand? You dig. So I agree to everything. I agree to the madness. Let's go. Happy birthday to all of my Sagittarius people. And let me tell you something. If you are a Sagittarius like me, baby, you were born a star. You were born a star. You were born for stardom. Do you know how many celebrities who are born in December have went on to be a successful person, a millionaire, a billionaire? It's just something about Sagittariuses. I don't know what it is, but it's something about life-driven drive. I mean, the unknown. Tap into your unknown is a beautiful thing. Until next time, you guys be blessed. I agree. They be like, Angel, you married? Nope. But I'm about to. And it's going to be forever. I like when I come back and I hear that. It's going to be forever. Ain't no getting no divorce around here. And I heard him saying, if we get a divorce, we're going to be just like your grandfather. Because my grandfather was the best. He was the best. That's a man. That's a man. When you can get out of your pride and ego, and even though you was an asshole and you did this, and you be like, nah, she can have this house. She can have this. She can have that. Because I know what I did. That's what my grandfather did. But he was an OG. They don't make him like him no more. He gave her the house and still had the keys and still was walking in the front door, in and out. But my then husband was still sitting there. Now, that's a bad nigga. Until next time, you guys, be blessed. Until next time. Y'all have a good day. Something about them down south people. Them down south people are weird. Weird and different. Weird, different, and dangerous. They just on a whole different timing. But, okay. Bye-bye. You guys be blessed.